Hey everyone, in this video we're going to go over the Cisco iOS banner module from Ansible. If you go out to the internet, go to Google, search for Ansible Cisco iOS. You should come out to the documentation page, scroll down here, and you'll see the iOS banner module. Clicking on that will take you to the information on how to configure and utilize the different portions of this module, along with, of course, examples. Okay, we're going to go ahead and push some stuff out. Currently, we've got the banner on our Site 400 devices, but none of our other devices currently have banners on them. So when we log into one of these sites, we don't get prompted at all for any type of warning or indication that we are accessing a restricted area or network. So if we go to our terminal, we're in our Ansible directory, right? And we go to our banners directory. We have a login banner playbook. We've got our host file, our host info. We have a banner.txt file, and we've got our Ansible config. Let's go ahead. We'll log into Site 400, and this is what we should see when we log onto a device, and then we'll log into a device, the 300 device, and see what happens there. So if we SSH-L netops to our 192.168.99.40, you'll see here's our login banner that we should have on all our devices. Just letting us know, hey, unless you're authorized, you shouldn't be accessing this site, and if you are authorized, be advised that you're liable for anything that happens while you're logged in. So we say netops. Oops. Okay, so we're on the device, show run, and that is our login banner. So if we come down here, you can see banner login and our banner on this configuration. So let's go ahead and exit out of this device, and we'll log into our Gateway 1 device over in Site 300. And as you can see, we did not get prompted at all for with a login banner. We log in, we do a show run, and we see nothing here for as far as login banners or warning banners or message of the day. Nothing is configured. So what we want to do is we want to resolve that by pushing out the login banner, and we're going to put the logon banner on everything. Okay. Right now, Site 400 is the only one that has that set up. Okay, so we're in the banners directory. Let's take a look at the information that we have. Our Ansible config file is standard. Our banner.txt, that is our banner that we're going to put on devices. So if we go ahead and VI that, you'll see it's just a simple text file with the information that we want to have as our banner on our devices. So we want to have the same banner everywhere that we have a switch or router. Okay, so I exit, and we're going to quit out of that. Okay, next file we're going to look at, so we've got our host info, hosts file, and then our login banner. We'll go ahead and VI our login banner, and this is our playbook. What we're going to do is we're going to deploy our login banner, And instead of just site 400, we are going to put it on all devices. So we're going to go ahead and insert, and we're going to say all hosts. The task we're going to run is we're going to deploy the login banner using the iOS banner module. We're going to set the type of banner, and our type of banner is the login banner. The text that we're going to put on the device is going to be looked up, and it's looking up for that banner.txt file that we've got in our directory. So we put that in quotations with curly brackets. We're going to look up a file, and the file we're trying to look up is the one in our current directory, banner.txt, right? And we're going to want the state of this login banner to be present. And then after everything's said and done, we're going to go ahead and use the iOS config module, and we're going to save our configuration if it's modified. Also the opposite would be true if we wanted to say remove a banner. So if we said banner login and the state was absent, we would remove that login banner. But we want to make sure that it's on the device, so we're going to make sure that it's present. So let's go ahead and run this now that we've modified and we've set it to all hosts. So we're going to escape, right, and quit. Let's go ahead and clear the screen. We're going to call our Ansible playbook for the login banner.yaml and go ahead and run it. As you can see, getting ready to connect to those devices and start pushing out the banner to all of our host files, or all of our hosts in our host file. Running through, we're getting site 300 done there. Saving our running to startup, and as you can see, these two here, our site 400 devices didn't require any changes because the login banner was already present on those devices. So it just checked it, said, you know, is it there? Yep, okay, and moved on. All right, as you can see, we've gone through, we've saved the running configuration on everything except for the 400 devices because those had already been changed. No changes had been required. Everything else got the new banner. So let's go ahead and log back onto that 300 device. If we SSH out netops 192.168 99.30 for our gateway 1 device out at site 300. As you can see, now we have a login banner, and it's the same login banner as our site 400 devices. Log into the device. We do a show run. And down towards the bottom, here's our banner login, now present within our device. And that should be the same with any of the devices out there. So if I went out to site 200's gateway, you'll see we've got the login banner. Exit out of that. We go to site 100 gateway. We've got the banner there. Section really doesn't work on that because it's not a parent-child. But there's our login banner. All right. Let's go ahead and exit out and clear the screen. Again, got our standard files, Ansible, our Ansible config file, our vault file storing our passwords, our hosts file. The only two files that we really needed was the banner.txt, which is our plain text banner that we want to place on the devices, and then our login banner playbook to utilize that text file and put it on all of our devices that we wanted to. If we VI that login banner, again, we pushed it out to all hosts. Then the iOS banner module was used. The type of banner was login. We pushed it using a text file. We looked that up. We looked that file up in our current directory, and we were looking for the banner.txt file. We made sure that that state was present, and then we saved our configuration using the iOS config, save when, modified. So, great module, easy way to update and maintain your banners. If you wanted to say add another banner in there, you just add another task to say, okay, I want the login banner, change that information and say MOTD for message of the day, or exec banner, whatever you want to put on the device can be done through this module. So again, hope it's been informative. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe and be on the lookout for more videos.